Hi, it's Merrisa with another INC4 recap for you. We are currently on day 7 of the INC4, which is actually our very last day. And yesterday we gathered once again in plenary and was welcomed by the INC Secretariat as well as the INC Chair, with the Secretariat really acknowledging the progress that we have made so far within the contact groups, where negotiations are now progressing to an extent of adding textual changes to the revised zero draft text. The Secretariat has encouraged us to continue to seize the time that we have left in Ottawa and continue in this momentum. The INC Chair has also, during yesterday's plenary session, opened up the floor for member states to express their views around intersessional work that he has currently created a proposal for, which is, recognizing that for the intersessional work, we should actually have an ad hoc, open-ended expert group that will be able to firstly analyze the means as well as the resources that can actually be used to implement the treaty as one part of the intersessional work. The second part was acknowledging that we also need an ad hoc expert group to actually be able to develop criteria for products as well as chemicals and polymers that are of concern. So in that light, member states welcomed the chair's proposal and there was an overall support for this proposal on intersessional work during plenary yesterday. However, there were a few key momentous highlights by other member states that actually brought another level to the intersessional work, that we should also be trying to discuss primary plastic polymers as part of the intersessional work. This was really championed by Peru and Rwanda, and they had received support from over 56 countries to include primary plastic polymers as part of the intersessional work. This is very critical and very key, because without further discussions on primary plastic polymers, we will not really achieve an ambitious treaty and be able to reduce the magnitude of the plastic pollution crisis. To this end, we had Fiji, supporting very eloquently supporting the Rwanda-Peru proposal of including primary plastic polymers as part of the further discussions to advance the treaty, and very eloquently stating that we cannot afford to continue indulging a few select countries' interests, because at the end of the day, they have nothing to lose, and we as developing nations and as nations that come from special circumstances and special backgrounds really have everything to lose. And we should be acknowledging the rights of everyone, including women, youth, indigenous people, and affected communities. So that was very much welcomed and very much supported by many countries in the room, including many African states such as Malawi, Senegal, as well as Mauritius. We also, to our surprise, as civil society organizations sitting in the room, for the very first time heard support from many member states to actually have us in the room, but also carry us along into the intersessional work process. Many member states, especially the African member states, acknowledge the presence of civil society organizations as key resource people to continue this journey with them, not just at the INCs itself, but also during the intersessional period between INC4 now and INC5. It was very much heartwarming to hear the Senegalese delegate actually saying that civil society organizations cannot be left on the sidelines, and they need to accompany us in order for us to achieve the treaty that we want to see and that the world wants to see. For more updates, you can tune in to our very last recap, which will be tomorrow.